What's poppin', y'all? ChrisSoFly here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Yes! Okay. So I want to start off by saying, honey, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is ChrisSoFly. Thank you for joining us, honey. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know every time I post another video so you won't be out of the loop. Okay, girl? Also, go ahead and follow me on my social media. So that's that Instagram, that Twitter, so that we can just stay connected and become one and watch each other grow and glow and soar on all social platforms, honey. Okay? Alright, so I just want to get into it. Today I'm introducing a new segment to my channel. It's called Topics and Tequila. So pretty much I'm going to be discussing different topics that I'm passionate about, that I care about, topics that I feel like people are curious about me, because I feel like I haven't really been as open with you guys as I want to, just about me and who I am and what I represent and my whole persona and just my look and everything. I feel like I just kind of came on the scene back wear my wigs and my makeup and stuff. I didn't really explain, not that I have to, but I just want to. I want to just feel more connected to you guys, and I want you guys to really understand where I'm coming from with everything. Definitely before I release my music, I want us to just be like, I want us to be here. I want us to be here, honey, okay? We're gonna get to some things, honey. I got some stories to tell you guys that I haven't told, anybody, so it's gonna be, you guys are gonna learn a lot for sure. Not everything is gonna be today. I'm gonna spread it out through different segments. So yeah, topics and tequila. And I chose topics and tequila because, I don't know, I guess just an excuse to drink tequila during the week. No, I'm just kidding. But I just want to think of it as like catching up with you guys over a drink, you know? Like spilling tea, but instead of the tea, it's tequiqui, like tequila, honey. That's what I call tequila. Her name is Tequiqui. I honestly used to not even like tequila, but when I lived in Atlanta, I worked at like this Mexican kind of restaurant. So you just kind of, you develop a like for tequila. So here we are. Ooh, we about to be getting into some things. I'm gonna need a drink. You probably gonna need a drink too, honey. You probably gonna need a drink. Go ahead and get you a little drink, a little sip, a little something to sip on while we're talking. All right, y'all. So with all that being said, today's topic, the first topic of Topics and Tequila, honey, we're going to be discussing gender identity. Specifically my gender identity and where I kind of fall in the LGBTQ plus community. And of course, can't be Topics and Tequila without a little tequiqui, honey. So I have a nice fresh margarita that I just made. Tip, honey, when you're making drinks, try to use as much fresh ingredients as you can because it makes a world of difference. I have some fresh squeezed lime juice, some simple syrup, and tequila. And literally it tastes so good. Like, don't get the sweet and sour mix. That like, just put in a little bit more effort so you can get the nice little refreshingness of the drink, okay? Just a tip. That's just a tip that I want to give. We're gonna continue. Now that's a good margarita. Wow, we might be getting into a lot of things today. All right, so first of all, guys, I want to start off by saying that I'm human. I'm a human being. I literally hate labels so much. So before I identify as anything else, honey, I'm identifying as a human, period. And I also want to say that this has always been me ever since I was a kid. It was just always behind closed doors, honestly. Growing up, I was always running around the house when nobody was around, like wearing different wigs that I had like from Halloween, or running around in my mom's heels and all of that stuff I was doing just behind closed doors because I felt like it was so wrong, like such a bad thing, like nobody should see me like this. When I was really young, I used to put on my mom's heels. Like, probably started when I was like 2 or 3 or 4. I used to just put on my mom's heels, try to walk around in them. I used to put like boxers on my head and t-shirts on my head to pretend it was hair. I did all of that like when I was really young, like in front of everybody, because when you're young, you have, that's what I miss about being so little and so young, is that when you're that young, you don't really have that fear yet. Like, you're doing all the things that you want to do just because you like it and it makes you happy, and you don't feel people judging you yet, even though I'm sure they are. You still, like, you don't feel it, so you're just free, carefree. Oh, I'm walking around in my mom's heels. I have on this, these boxers on my head as hair. People are laughing, taking pictures of me. They think it's funny. They think it's cool. Like, it's fun, having fun. But it's not until you get older when you're, like, more insecure about stuff like that, because people kind of kind of condition you into thinking that that's wrong, which sucks. So then as I got older, like I, you know, stopped putting the, well, actually I probably was still putting t-shirts on my head. Like just like if I'm taking my shirt off and just let it stop right there and have it like as like a little hair and play with it a little bit. I would do that like in the mirror, like in the bathroom, like I would do that. And then like once I got older, I guess you could say that I used Halloween as a way to wear a wig or to wear some different type of outfit. When I was younger, I dressed up like as Lunette the Clown, and I wanted to have the hat with the 2 ponytails. Like I wanted to have that, so but like I had to have it. One year for Halloween, I dressed up as a pirate, and I had like the dreadlocks with a hat. One year was a rock star, so I had like this crazy blonde wig. It was always like an excuse to wear a wig. And then like after Halloween, I would still wear the wigs in the house, like by myself, just wearing them, playing with them, performing to Beyonce, pretending like I was Beyonce, honey, just performing and having fun because that's what made me the happiest. And I did it behind closed doors, of course, because I felt like people were gonna judge me. I was just scared to have anybody see me like that because I don't know, I felt like I was conditioned into thinking that that was wrong, you know? You don't really see young black boys wearing wigs and wearing heels and stuff when you're growing up. You don't see that at all. Like, well, I mean, you see it now, but when I was younger, you weren't really seeing that, or at least I wasn't. So I just felt like that wasn't the right way, so I just always tried to hide that. So yeah, honey, like all of this was going on in the house by myself when nobody was watching. Minus the makeup, because I didn't really get into makeup until I was older. Like hair was my main thing. Like I just wanted to have hair so bad, so bad. I don't know why. I've just always been obsessed with hair, but it's just been, like I used to play with my mom's hair. I used to braid it. I used to play with dolls and make sure like they had hair. One time I had dolls from the Wizard of Oz cast. So, you know, the lion, he has like a huge mane and all that stuff. It's like a big hairdo or whatever. So one time I cut it off because I thought that it would grow back. Because I was just young and dumb, I guess. But I don't know why. Something you just heard that, but we're talking some tequila, honey. This tequila right here is all I need in my entire life every day. So all of that, fast forward to me being in about like middle school, honestly even elementary school. People were just starting to slap a label on me left and right. It was really ridiculous. Like I remember being in elementary school, and in elementary school we had to sit outside of the class and wait for the teacher. And at one point I had this boy walking past me like every day. What's up, faggot? What's up, faggot? I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, sis, I am in 3rd grade. What are you talking about? Like, why? Like, what? Like, so it pretty much started at a young age. I had people slapping that label on me of just being gay, blah, blah, blah. Mainly just because of the way that I talk. My voice has always been high. I ain't never talk like this, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be, you know, spitting game talking like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, sweetie, no, girl, no. I've always talked like this. I've been flamboyant, as people want to say. So that has always been a huge thing for me. People just throwing that label on me so young without me even knowing. I feel like that kind of fucked me up a little bit, because continuing on to middle school and high school, I wanted to deny it, because I'm like, how is everyone placing this label on me, saying that I'm gay and that I'm this and that I'm that, when it's like, girl, I barely even know, like, right now. Like, part of me is feeling that I have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. So in reality, I'm convincing myself that I'm that person that people want me to be, that straight boy that likes girls and all of that stuff. So I felt like, honestly, sometimes I would even develop feelings for girls when I was in school. I wouldn't say that it was all fake, because like some of them would be my friends that I would have like kind of stronger feelings for. But definitely where I am now, looking back, like, no. Like, I don't want to be with a girl. I'm not attracted to women. I don't like vagina. Like, no, sweetie, no. Like, I like men. But And I was still attracted to guys when I was younger too, but it's just like, I felt like it was wrong. I felt like people didn't want that for me. People didn't expect that for me. So I feel like I maybe I just created those emotions towards girls just because I felt like that was the right thing. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. And I hate that I even had to like go through that. But you just, I guess, you know, some people do, whatever, it's life, I can't change it. Like, even in 3rd grade, when I first met my best friend, Selena, you guys will see her, like, on my channel very soon, but when I first met her, we were in 3rd grade, and I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she was like, no. She's like, no, I'm not gonna be your girlfriend. And then, like, even after she said no, I lied and told some of my guy friends that she was my girlfriend. And so it's just like little stuff like that. It's all because like society kind of instills that in you at a young age that as a man, this is what you're supposed to be, this is who you're, like, what you're supposed to like, this is just how it is, you know? So being young, being naive, and not being confident in my choices or who I really was behind closed doors, you're trying to be that. You're trying to play that role of what society thinks or what you think your friends and family think a boy should be and do. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a big thing for me. That was like, it's so cringe to think back about it and talk about it today, just because it's like, like I wish I had the confidence and the security in myself that Zaya Wade has at 12 years old. Like, honey, she is phenomenal. She's so strong. She's so beautiful. Like, I couldn't imagine being 12, going to my parents and telling them, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, and I want you guys to stand by me and accept it and love me for who I am. Like, I couldn't imagine being that strong and being that just so comfortable and secure with myself at that age. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and it's inspiring as fuck. Like, it's super inspiring. And at that age, I just had so much fear of what people would say. Like, I really thought that it was such a bad thing to be gay or to wear wigs or to want to dance like a girl or whatever. Just all of that stuff. And I just tried to hide it for such a long time. And so I definitely want to applaud Zaya Wade, honey, for standing up for who she is and just being true to herself, because at the end of the day, we have one life, boo. We have one life, and we have to just make ourselves happy, you know, at the end of the day. Like, it's no fun to, I need some tequila. See why we have the tequila? Because it's getting serious. This is why we have the tequila, honey. Because we getting into some things, honey girl. But no, so like, you shouldn't have to live your life pretending to be somebody that you're not. You know what I'm saying? And to all the people out there that are saying that you can't know what you like at 12 years old, or you don't know who you are at 12 years old, that's bullshit, because you do. You really do. Like, you're gonna know if you like boys at 12. You're gonna know if you like girls at 12. You're gonna know. You're gonna know if you don't want to be a boy at 12. You're gonna know if you don't want to be a girl at 12. You're gonna know. But sometimes you're gonna be conditioned to thinking that that's wrong, so you're gonna try to hide it, or you're gonna be like Zaya Wade and just be confident in who you are and just, you know, just go for it at that age. And there's nothing wrong with either one, like, I'd want to say, because it's tough. Like, it's really tough to come out into the world and say, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, accept it or not, like, this is it. You're getting what you get. Like, it takes a lot to do that. So to, you know, if there's young people watching and you're battling with that right now, like, don't feel pressured to do anything, to say anything, but I just want to remind you to just live your truth no matter what, because life is short and you just want to be you authentically as long as you can, as much as you can. You're going to have a better life that way, and you're going to be happier, honestly, even though sometimes it's going to be hard. You're going to have people judging you, but That's just, you know, that's life. People are gonna judge you, honey, regardless. People are gonna judge you for every little thing that you do in life, period, point blank. So you might as well just have fun and be yourself and express yourself truly and authentically the way you want to. And just like, so people saying that you don't know like what you are at 12 or who you like or if you like boys, like you know. At 12 years old, I knew that I liked boys. I knew that I liked hair and playing with wigs and putting on my mom's heels and all that. Like I knew that at 12, but I just buried it because I felt like it was so wrong. And I really regret that. Honestly, I wish that I did express myself more growing up. But it was just, for me, it was just tough because I just didn't want to be what everyone was claiming that I already was. I'm just like, bitch, I'm like 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. Like, get off my fucking dick and leave me alone and stop trying to tell me who I am, you know, before I'm even sure. And that's the confusing thing. Like, I know I probably sound like all over the place, but it's like, in your heart, you know who you are at that age. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the people around you and it's society that makes you question it, that makes you question if it's right. So then you try to question, maybe it's not who I am. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe, but really it's not. It's really who you are. That's in your heart. That's what you feel. That's you at 12 years old and you know it. Like, and that's fine. It takes really strong people like Zaya Wade to come forward and just be true to who they are at that age. And I'm so happy that she's able to do that. And I'm so happy that her parents are supportive of her and just let her be who she really is. Like, that's the most important thing too. I feel like it really does start with the parents. Parents, just make sure you're loving your kids unconditionally. Like, honey, really, just make sure you love your kids unconditionally and show them that and support them. Don't let them feel judged with what they're wearing or how they want their hair or how they talk or how they walk or how they stand. Like, don't make them feel insecure about that because they're gonna go into the world with that fear on their back their whole life until you show them that, like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's not guaranteed in all cases, of course, but for the most part, we're gonna have that on our backs as we go into the real world. Girl. Girl. Topping tequila is lit already, honey child. Whew. Alright, so with all of that being said, I definitely want to say that I knew who I was at 12. I tried to convince myself that that wasn't who I was. Even through high school, even being older, like I always said, oh, I'm not gonna be the type of gay that wears makeup and that wears wigs. Like, you always, I feel like, I don't know, like, if there's any, like, gay boys or, like, gay girls, like, LGBTQ, just let me know if you've gone through that stage of trying to convince yourself that you don't want to be that type of gay or that type of lesbian or that, you know? Because you only say that just because you don't want people to judge you. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why you do stuff like that. Usually, like, oh, I'm not gonna be that gay. Wearing wigs and makeup and painting my nails. Like, I'm not gonna be that gay. Like, it's fine. I only like boys. I'm not gonna be that gay where I'm dressing, you know, feminine and blah, blah, blah. Like, you only say that just to make your mind feel better about the judgment and just to make the other people who are potentially gonna judge you feel better. That's what you think in your mind. So that's why you do that. But it's crazy because I never, like, growing up during those years, like middle school, high school, and even like into adulthood a little bit, I never really felt safe to like be who I wanted to be. Well, y'all, this margarita gonna have to stay on deck because it's really necessary right now. But I never really felt like I was safe in a way to be who I wanted to be freely in public and in this world. Like, not to say that I felt necessarily like in harm's way, but I just felt as though I was just gonna be harshly judged and ridiculed and torn down. And also I just felt like it was easier to just conform to try to play this straight boy role, even though people knew that I was gay and blah blah blah, but it didn't come out. I keep doing this because it's just like, I just feel like, it's such a, it's like all in your like, it's not real. Like, it's not real sometimes. Like, how are you gonna know that I'm gay and call me gay when I haven't even told you anything? Like, leave me alone just because I have a high voice. Like, girl, I'm 10, I'm 12, I'm 13, I'm 14, I'm 15. Like, leave me out the fuck alone. Like, don't slap that on me so harshly when I haven't come out and said anything about it to you. Like, girl. So, I'm sorry, but that's just like that was just a whole thing that just kind of ruffled my feathers growing up that I had to deal with practically every single day. But yeah, I never felt comfortable, I guess. I guess safe isn't the right word. Comfortable to be who I wanted to be. And before I say what I'm about to say, I wanted to start off by saying, of course, I love my mom. Me and her have such a good relationship. She's super supportive of me and who I am in all aspects. Like, she loves me to death and I love her. But we're like this. But when I was younger, she would ask me questions or make like little statements that would kind of make me feel like I needed to answer the questions in a specific way or give like the reaction that I thought she wanted. It sounds weird, but I'll give you an example. So when I was younger, she would ask me, you like girls, right? And so like I feel like when somebody asks you a question like that, like you no, right? Like you feel like, yeah, like you're supposed to just say yes, like yeah, I like girls, like yeah. So she would ask me stuff like that, and I would just say yeah, I like girls, like yeah, of course, you know, like duh, I'm a boy, I like girls, why? You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't like boys, that's not right. So I would just go along with that, and so that was just, it was a weird thing for me. I felt like she did that kind of often, or like with my friend Selena, she will be like, ooh, I like Selena, like you like her, blah, blah, blah. Like try to do stuff like that. And it's just like thinking back on it, it's like, girl, like sis, like come on, you already know, like please stop. But it's like when I was younger, I guess she didn't really know and I didn't really know, so she was probably just trying to figure out stuff by asking me like in those ways, but it didn't really work because I felt like I needed to give her the answers that I thought she wanted, which obviously wasn't the case. But me being insecure and being scared and not really knowing, I just kind of conformed and said what I thought people wanted to hear, honestly. Another thing too, so when I was younger, I always liked my lips to be like glossy, so I would always use whatever chapstick that I had, whether it be like Carmex. It was either like Carmex or Blistex, you know, like the super Vaseline consistency lip balm. So I would put that on and I would put like a nice little layer on and my lips would be all like popping and glossy and stuff. And my mom would say stuff like, in a funny way, like, oh, you look like you just been eating fried chicken, or like pretty much she was saying like my lips look greasy or I look like I had on lip gloss, just stuff like that. And so I would like wipe it off and pretend like, oh, I don't want to look like that, like I don't want to look like I have on lip gloss. But low-key I did want to look like I have on lip gloss, like girl, my lips are popping. So that's just another example of how I feel like I always conform to that kind of thing. Like, oh, I don't want to look like I have on lip gloss, let me wipe it off. But really it's like, no boo, like I want my lips to be popping, like why you hating? So that's just another thing that growing up I kind of dealt with, and just kind of, it kept me in that mind state, in that box of feeling like this is who I need to be as a boy. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid and it's annoying, but I don't know, it made me who I am today. Like we both had to learn, you know, we literally, that's what it came down to. We both just had to learn. She had to learn about me, I had to learn about myself, and like we just had to, you know, get to that understanding of like, this is who I am and this is it, you know what I'm saying? So once I got to that point where I'm, you know, comfortable enough with my mom to talk about like, oh, I like this boy, blah, 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 blah. I'm like 20 years old at this point. So I'm 20 years old and just now telling my mom that I like a boy and blah, 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 blah. And so my sexuality was never like a question at that point, right? So it's like, all right, I'm Chris. Hey, I'm gay. Yay. Everyone's been saying I'm gay since I was like 8 years old. Yay, I'm gay. Like no big deal, whatever. But I still kind of had that layer over me and that mask of, sorry, take a sip. This margarita gonna be going, child. So yes, so once my sexuality wasn't like a issue anymore, not that it was an issue, but you know, growing up you feel like it is. Once that wasn't really the big subject anymore, it's like you would think, oh yeah, like I'm Chris, I'm free, I'm gay now. Like everyone's been thinking I'm gay since I'm 8 years old, and I'm finally out and blah blah blah, and I like boys. Well, like you think that you're free at that point, but like I wasn't. I really wasn't. I still was trying to conform to what people wanted me to be with my clothes and stuff. Like, I hate the way I have to describe stuff, but I feel like it's the only way to describe it, so I'm sorry. But boy clothes, like jeans and a t-shirt and a hoodie and sneakers, and I felt like that was all that I could wear. Like that's all that I was supposed to wear being a boy, you know? So it wasn't until very, very recently that I started exploring more with different, you know, fashion statements and my looks and my hair and stuff. Back to before that, I felt like I could only wear really masculine clothing and really boy clothes and sneakers and jeans and t-shirts and suits and loafer shoes. Like that, I felt like that was all that I could wear, and part of that was from society. Part of that was from friends and family. I'll go back to my mom. You know, I love her, of course, but we're just gonna talk about it just because it was a thing. So once I'm out as gay, and that's not a question anymore, there would just be little comments like, oh, you can, you know, like what you like, I don't care, but please just don't wear no crop tops or blah, blah, blah. You know, like that really, like when I was hearing that constantly, that was just kind of, that like struck a nerve with me a little bit. It's just like, what? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So once I was hearing that, it's like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, so I'm still just gonna wear the t-shirts and jeans and sneakers and a hat. I'm just gonna wear a watch every day on my left wrist and be this guy that people think that I should be, whether I like guys or not, right? So I'm still doing that. But then, like, slowly, I started to wear crop tops, and I started to wear short shorts and all of that stuff. I started to play with makeup a little bit more. And doing that, I realized it wasn't that much of an issue as I thought it was. And even with her, like, there was no problem with it. There was no issue with it. So I don't know really what that was about, but I can just say that there's no issue now, and she loves me and fully accepts me for who I am. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really grateful for that too. I couldn't imagine right now being 23 and experiencing what I'm experiencing and going through what I'm going through and not having my mom by my side. You know, like, she's been a huge supporter for me, and she's grateful. She's like, oh, my son do his makeup better than I can. I'm like, girl, I can teach her a couple things. You know, like, we have such a good bond and such a good connection, and I love her, but that definitely was a huge factor growing up. Like, just with, not just with her, but like with my dad and with friends and stuff. I remember one time I wanted to, this was like so recent. This was probably like 2018 or 2017. I was showing one of my friends what I wanted to do for Halloween, and the costume had heels. It was like a sexy cop that I wanted to do for Halloween. So this is like 2018. I'm like, I want to do a sexy cop outfit, so I sent her like the pictures of stuff like that I was looking at. She's like, oh yeah, like I can see that. She's like, not the heels though. I'm like, what? What do you mean not the heels? She's like, not the heels, you're already so tall, you're gonna be blah 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 blah. I'm just like, hearing that from your friend, that makes you just feel like, dang, maybe I shouldn't wear the heels. Like, you know what I'm saying? It sucks, but it's like when you're in this, you have so much judgment from everyone around. And that, like, even if they don't feel like they're judging you or being negative or anything like that, you still take it like that. And so you kind of, well, not, I can't say you, but I kind of took it like that, as like, dang, like, maybe I shouldn't be like that. Like, maybe I shouldn't. I'll just wear sneakers with it, or I'll just change my whole costume, right? That's something that has an effect on people. So I just want to encourage anyone who's friends or who's family or who just encounters somebody that's just in the LGBTQ plus community, or just anybody, just don't judge people. Just don't judge people like that, because it really messes with them in their head. Like, it really creates a fear, and it creates a wall, and it creates just a feeling of like, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do this, I need to be like this, I need to be like that. That's not what people should be experiencing in life. People should be experiencing just freedom and feel like they can be who they want to be at all times. You know what I'm saying? I say all that to say, honey girl, like, just watch what you say. Be gentle with people in that aspect because it has an effect. It has an effect. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So it wasn't until I moved to Atlanta when I started like to wear wigs and stuff. And even then it still wasn't until like, you know what? No. My first thing, I did faux locks on myself, like faux dreadlocks. I did that on myself at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. And that was like my first like real thing that I ever did that was out of the box. Like I always had just like a little fade and stuff, but then I just started to like grow my hair out a little bit. And then once it got long enough, I was like, you know what? I want to do some faux locks. I want to fuck it up and I want to do it. I want to look cute. I remember when I first did it, I did it that night. I was up till like 5 in the morning doing it myself. Like it was crazy. And then I had to work the next morning. But when I tell you, I was so nervous to walk into work with the faux locks just because I'm just like, oh my god, like what is everyone gonna say? Like what are all the customers at work gonna say? What are my colleagues at work gonna say? Like it was nerve-wracking for me. And then like I'm like, my mom didn't see it, so I'm like, what is my mom gonna say? Like I just did it, you know? And I didn't want to have judgment, but it's like at the same time, it's something that I really wanted to do. So I just did it. And then I finally did it, and when I went into work, when I went into work, my colleagues, they're like some of my best friends. Like at CVS, they're some of my best friends. So they were just like, oh, I love it, boo. Like, so, and it was just such a warm acceptance thing. And I was like, okay, like maybe I was just overreacting the whole time. Like why didn't I do this sooner? Like thank you for the support. Even the customers and stuff, like they were like, oh, like some people, like of course people were like looking like, what is this? Like, what's going on? Like, who are you? I'm just like, girl, like, it's just hair. Calm down. But a lot of people were just, like, accepting of it, getting compliments and all that stuff. That gives you, like, reassurance. Sometimes it's like, okay, maybe I'm in my head a little bit, thinking too much about it. So let me chill out. Let me be me. Let me do me more. So that was the first, like, that was my first big, like, oh, thing that I did, okay? So then fast forward to me being in Atlanta, I still just did like, you know, the natural looking makeup, the bare minimum, just like all that, like a little highlight, just a little natural glow makeup. When I moved to Atlanta was actually the first time that I painted my nails too. And I was like, oh, like I just was feeling myself, you know, so I did that. It wasn't until like middle of the year kind of where I started like really like exploring more. In May, I got acrylic nails for the first time because that's when I was supposed to see Ariana Grande the first time, in May. So I had got like the acrylic nails and everything for it. Once I got my nails done that day, I was so nervous to go into work after I got my nails done because I'm like, oh my god, what are people gonna say? Like, I have on these long acrylic nails and like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, people were complimenting me. They're like, oh, I like your nails, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thank you, thank you. Meanwhile, I'm like freaking out the whole time, like, oh my god, like, I probably look so stupid or people are probably gonna be judging me so hard. I'm saying all this to say that me, where I am right now, has been a work in progress, but it has always been who I've wanted to be and who I've originally been. But I just have never been comfortable enough to express it in public and in front of people because I was scared of being judged and ridiculed and torn down for being who I wanted to be. So after I, you know, wore the acrylic nails, I was showed that it's okay. You know, like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not, you know, not a weirdo, I'm not crazy. Like, people are complimenting my nails and, you know, I'm just, I'm killing it. So, so that was that. And then it wasn't until September. It was around September when I first got a wig. So I was like, I had been contemplating it for so long. I was like, damn, like I want a wig. I'm 22 at this point. I'm like, you know what? I want a fucking wig. So I go to the store, like Little 5 Points in Atlanta, and they have, you know, different colorful wigs and stuff. So that's when I got the green one that you guys saw in that last video that I did. The green wig. And girl, I was so nervous to wear that wig out for the first time. Looking back, it's crazy to think that I was so nervous. Like one day I was supposed to like meet my friend for lunch and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wear my wig, I'm gonna get ready, blah, blah, blah. And I got ready and wore the wig and I was like, I was nervous to even walk out of my room to wear the wig to go out, like outside. So I was like, you know what? Let me just not do it. I took it off and I just wore the, you know, boy type outfit. And then I was just like, I was talking to my friend when we were at brunch and I was like, I was gonna wear my wig, but I was just really nervous. So she's like, why are you nervous? After that, I was like, you know what? Why was I nervous? Fuck it, I'm about to be wearing my wig. So then once my birthday came around, when I posted that picture of me like wearing the wig and stuff, and it was my birthday, I got such a great response from it, like on Instagram and from like my friends, my followers and stuff. And then when I went out that night, it was just such good energy. And I'm just thinking to myself the whole time, like, why was I like questioning it so much? Why was I so scared? Why was I so fearful? I'm glad that I did it because it's just expressive for me and it's fun and I feel free and I'm just like, oh, like girl, flips hair, like I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, who said I can't put on a wig and flip my hair if I want to? Like, girl, I can do that and you can too. You can too if you want to. So I just really want to encourage everyone to just be themselves. Like, be yourself, live your life to the fullest, because you only have one life. Like, if I was 12 years old right now with this mindset, honey, I would be flipping my hair on you hoes in the hallway in middle school, okay? Girl, I don't care. But it's crazy that you have to go through that, but everyone has their own, you know, journey and stuff. So I'm just glad that I'm here where I'm at now in this space, in this headspace, in this mindset, in just comfortable with who I am, honey. Comfortable. So I just want to say that I am not transgender. I don't have a desire to be a woman. I am a black gay man. I love all of my parts that I have. I love the tea, honey. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm a gay black man and I'm just having fun exploring my androgynous side. I'm gonna be wearing wigs, I'm gonna wear makeup, I'm gonna wear women's clothing and all of that stuff, and I'm just gonna have fun and be expressive. And I wouldn't go as far right now to say non-binary. I mean, I don't know, it's so, like, I get confused about it too, so please educate me in the comments. Please let me know. Please fill me in on the tea, because I do get a little bit confused about it, because non-binary is like specifically when you don't identify as either a man or a woman, so you have like the qualities of both. So I wouldn't necessarily go ahead and say that, just because like in any circumstance I wouldn't identify as a woman. I wouldn't introduce myself to somebody as a woman. That's just not, you know, who I am. That's not what I'm aspiring to be, and that's not my, it's not who I am. I just love hair and wigs and makeup and fashion and like anything like that, you know? So I'm gonna express myself freely. So I have like my beard and all of that stuff. So I feel like the word androgynous is a good, you know, way to kind of lump it all up, lump everything that I'm doing together. I don't know, it's a crazy thing. I feel like I'm still very uneducated. So I'm in the process of still like educating myself about all the terms and all of the gender identities, you know, that people have. So I'm not gonna really slap a label on myself because, like I said, I hate labels. So I don't want to do that, but I definitely like to use the term androgynous just because the definition of androgynous is having the characteristics or nature of both male and female. I feel like that explains me to the T, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have characteristics and the nature of both male and female, you know what I'm saying? Like, my body, male. Like, I have, you know, all that good stuff, all that good. And I have, like, my beard and stuff, but I'm gonna be wearing a wig and makeup and maybe, you know, a skirt or a dress or whatever I feel like wearing that day. So I just feel like it's a good balance of both that I have, and that's what I like for me. So yeah, it feels good and I'm just happy, and I finally am at a place where I feel free to express myself how I want to. It definitely still gets a little hard sometimes, and a little nerve-wracking sometimes, which is annoying, but it does. Going out in public like this, people probably, you know, don't know what to think, don't know what to say. They're like looking at me like, oh, is that a man? Is that a woman? Well, like, I have my beard and stuff, but they probably still feel like uncomfortable, like, I don't know what they want to be addressed as, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm a man. My pronouns, they're he, him. Like, I'm still, you know, I'm ChrisSoFly. Like, I'm Chris. You know what I'm saying? So that's that on that. Like I said earlier, of course, I always joke around, like, she, blah, 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 like I'm referring to me and, you know, whatever. I call everybody, everything a she. I don't know. It's just natural for me. So I do that. But in regards to like me, like seriously, I still refer to him and he and all of that stuff as my pronoun. So that's what it do. That's what it do. That's what it do. Come here, Chug. So I'm glad that I could just like talk to you guys and have this like topics and tequila session just to kind of let you guys in on where I'm at and just so there's no more confusion, you know? I don't want to have anyone confused. I don't want people to see me in public and be like confused about what to identify me as. Like, oh, should I say he? Should I say she? You can say he, like him, like I'm a man. Just because I'm wearing a wig and my nails painted and makeup, that doesn't change anything. And that's why I like to have my beard too, just because it's a nice like balance and it's part of my aesthetic. Like, it's me, honey. I'm just gonna be doing it, honey. I'm just gonna be dipping it and doing it, honey. I just want to say too that like once I learned that you can't please everyone, like you literally cannot please everybody no matter what you do, that's when I really realized I'm like, you know what? I can't please everyone anyway. Why not just be myself fully? Why not just express myself and just be the happiness, like be the happiest that I can be? Whether it's just where I look, how I talk, like my clothes and my hair, my outfit, like I just want to express myself and be happy. I already know I can't please everyone. Whether I was doing this or not, people would be judging me regardless. So I don't care. Like I'm just going to be happy and free and do what I'm going to do and live my life the way that I want to, you know? So yeah. I definitely just want to take this time and encourage people, young little boys, young girls, everybody, like anybody who's just dealing with the fact that they feel like they need to be somebody that they're not just to try to please other people. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time going through that, honey. Like I said, if I could go back to when I was like 12 years old and be who I am right now, I definitely would in a heartbeat because things would be so different. But yeah, just live your life true to yourself. And honestly, just as authentically and as honest as you can, and you will be the happiest, honestly. Even if people around you don't accept it or don't get it, don't understand it, you'll still be better off living your truth. So I definitely want to encourage that. Girl, this drink, this drink about to be gone, chill. So I'm glad I was able to have this talk with you guys. I'm sorry if it got like too, I don't know, deep or whatever, but I just want to be real and authentic with you guys and really connect and really let you guys know what I'm about and who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to be giving you guys music and this music is who I am. So I want you guys to really know me too a little beforehand so that when you hear the music you can really relate more to it. So I'm definitely excited about that, honey. First topics and tequila session, honey. For the books, girl. We did it! We did it! So I'm glad you guys joined me for this. I'm definitely excited for all that's to come. I have so much more to share with you guys, so much more topics to talk about, and I'm just excited to really get to know each other more. So just leave some comments below if you want to talk, if you want to chat, hit me up on the social media, the Instagram, the Twitter, so we can connect and we can talk if you have any questions. If you're anybody that is battling with all the stuff that I went through, just hit me up and let me know. We can talk about it because I want people to really have a safe space, and I want to be that for people. Like I want to be that little bit of a confidant or like just somebody that you can talk to and feel free and not judged, and I want to give you that. So just hit me up, let me know, honey, because honey, I'm here. I'm queer and I'm here. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.